Hello again. We're going to talk about wisdom and how you can be a wiser version of yourself. Memory is not wisdom. Idiots can by rote repeat volumes. Yet, what is wisdom without memory? Each of us finds his unique vehicle for sharing with others his bit of wisdom. This is perhaps the most profound meaning of the book of Job, the best example of wisdom. Pain and foolishness lead to great bliss and complete knowledge, for external wisdom created nothing under the sun is vain. Sometimes one likes foolish people for their folly better than wise people for their wisdom. Wisdom is the abstract of the past, but beauty is the promise of future. Wisdom is a kind of knowledge. It is knowledge of the nature, career, and consequences of human values. The final wisdom of life requires not the annulment of integrity, but the achievement of serenity within and above it. Before we acquire great power, we must acquire wisdom to use it well. Wisdom lies neither in fixity nor in change, but in the dialect between the two, a constant coming and going. Wisdom lies in the momentary. Every indication of wisdom taken from the effect is equally an indication of power to execute what wisdom planned. No man is the wiser for his learning. It may administer matter to work in or objects to work upon, but wit and wisdom are born with the man. One of the greatest pieces of economic wisdom is to know what you don't know. Men who know themselves are no longer fools. They stand on the threshold of the door of wisdom. If the highest things are unknowable, then the highest capacity or virtue of man cannot be theoretical wisdom. The tradition is a fence around the law. Tithes are a fence around riches. Vows are a fence around subsistence. A fence around wisdom is silence. To keep your secret is wisdom, but to expect others to keep it is folly. There is often in the affairs of government more efficiency and wisdom in non-action than in action. Doubt the conventional wisdom unless you can verify it with reason and experiment. Both in thought and in feeling, even though time be real, to realize the unimportance of time is the gate of wisdom. Though sages may pour out their wisdom's treasure, there is no sterner moralist than pleasure. More helpful than all wisdom is one draught of simple human pity that will not forsake us. Wisdom has its root in goodness, not goodness its root in wisdom. Wisdom is not acquired save as a result of investigation. The first point of wisdom is to discern that which is false. The second, to know that which is true. The best wisdom is earned through experience, particularly mistakes. In most cases, a year older is a good thing. More wisdom, more experience, and less damns given. Wisdom is learned through experience, and sometimes experience is hard and bitter. Animals in their generation are wiser than the sons of men. but their wisdom is confined to a few particulars and lies in a very narrow compass. Knowledge which is divorced from justice may be called cunning rather than wisdom. The weak have remedies, the wise have joys, superior wisdom is superior bliss. No one ever found wisdom without also being a fool. Writers, alas, have to be fools in public, while the rest of the human race can cover its tracks. When you are used to being prepared to reject conventional wisdom, it leaves you open to learn more. Mothers are supposed to listen and afterward to respond with some wisdom and perspective. But these things were not my mother's strong suit. If you were to offer a thirsty man all wisdom, you would not please him more than if you give him a drink. The greater the step forward in knowledge, the greater is the one taken backward in search of wisdom. Wisdom is humble that he knows no more. Thinking is not enough. There is no final evidence of wisdom. Experience anything. Wisdom and knowledge are the most valuable things in our body. In my definition of consciousness, consciousness is the same thing as life, what wisdom traditions also call spirit. People always blame the girl. She should have said no. A monosyllable, but conventional wisdom has always been that boys can't manage it. This fear of the Lord is indeed the beginning of wisdom. This consciousness of sin is a straight pathway to heaven. Wisdom is that apprehension of heavenly things to which the spirit rises through love. It used to be, it is accepted scientific wisdom that Earth is flat and that his heretic named Galileo was branded a denier. Wisdom prepares for the worst, but folly leaves the worst for the day when it comes. Unhappy is the grandeur which makes us too great to be good, and that wit which sets us at a distance from true wisdom. Purity engenders wisdom, passion, avarice, and ignorance folly, infatuation, and darkness. Books should to one of these fours ends conduce for wisdom, piety, delight, or use. We give advice, but we cannot give the wisdom to profit by it. We have no words for speaking of wisdom to the stupid. He who understands the wise is wise already. Books give not wisdom where none was before, but where some is. Their reading makes it more. We do not sit as super legislature to weigh the wisdom of legislation.